It's me and Mitch back with news video 2 of the day. How are you doing this afternoon, Mitch? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, mate, I'm absolutely swell. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm absolutely loving life. There's some brilliant wrestling news to talk about. How are you, mate?
I'm grand, mate. Got the first video edited. Got a couple of other things I've got to sort out for the rest of the day, but figured we'd jump in and get this second one done. So I guess let's take a look at the headlines.
Let's take a gander.
Braun Strowman has announced his return to the ring. A WWE star had absolutely no idea they were going to be traded to a different brand. And a huge match has been set for SummerSlam 2021. Find out what it is, and oh boy is it a doozy, in a bit. So we kick things off with the big news that Braun Strowman is set to return to the ring. Now, this was always up in the air. Braun kind of said that WWE was his end goal, and if they were kind of done with him, then he was kind of done with WWE until they needed him back. And there was all these talks, he could go to AEW, he could do this, he could go here, he could do that. But Braun just kind of didn't get any bookings out there. Braun's just cracked on doing his own thing, and that's led people to think, well, maybe we're not going to see Braun wrestle again, potentially, unless WWE comes in knocking. But that has all changed because he was released in June, of course, and this is his first booking since. But he will be, according to Lucha Libre Online, under his real name Adam Scherr, they reckon, on the QPW Super Slam 3 show in Qatar, and it'll take place in February 26th, 2022. So there's still a little bit of a wait there. And Strowman is set to travel, obviously, to Qatar to sign his contract, obviously, this coming September, in order to get the hype, because they're going to have to keep hyping to something like that. I don't imagine he's come pretty cheap. And apparently, that Strowman was, he was handpicked, and negotiations were handled by QPW's president himself. Other big names booked for the show include Jon Moxley, Bret Hart, Sting, and Booker T. So he's among good company, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm really excited by this, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing what Adam Scherr can do outside of WWE's wrestling confines.
Yeah, this is it, isn't it? Because quite a lot of the time you'll see people either fall back on just, I'll use the same music and have the same character. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's the type of guy where he might bring it, he might change up the style, he might just shock us all.
And as you said, Sam, he was a guy that was very much from the WWE system and perhaps only really knows that way. So this is an opportunity for him to show that he can do it somewhere else. And I think everyone agrees that Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman, is best used as a monster. So yeah. I mean, let's see what he can do.
He's gonna be a hot commodity to anywhere that even books him for a single night, right? It's Braun. Look at him. He's literally made of stone. So I think, he's perfect for shows like this, super shows especially, and I'm just excited to see him wrestle, as you said, outside that bubble. And if he is going to change things up, or if he's going to keep it the same, either way, I think it's going to be entertaining as hell. But I'm keen to see, if there's any kind of indication that, he might still want to do a bit of this, even if it's not WWE. So we're going to see.
And then it's interesting to see if who they pair him off with for this match. Do they put him someone similar size? Do they try and put him against a smaller guy? I'm interested to see where they go with this. Yeah,
we'll have to keep our eyes peeled, and any more names get added to that show, I think I'm going to have to try and buy it, because that's pretty stacked.
It's looking stacked.
But talking of wrestling shows, I guess we can bridge from wrestling shows with my amazing segs. We can go wrestling show to wrestling
nice
brand. And then when you talk about brands, you can talk about brand switches. But a WWE star had no idea they were going to be switching brands. And that was Shane Thorne, who also known as Slapjack on the main roster. Hasn't wrestled since the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at a SmackDown match that was filmed in March. And it's turned out that he's been quietly moved to the SmackDown side afterwards. It was reported by Post Wrestling that Slapjack has moved to SmackDown in April, but Fightful are now reporting that the move was apparently done without his knowledge, and he started to appear on the internal roster sheets and depth charts, where wrestlers then informed him. So other people must have seen his name on charts going like, hey man, why aren't you here? You're supposed to be on Smack. Like, what's going on?
He's getting phone calls on the.
You what?
He's getting phone calls on a Friday afternoon. Like, hey man, you're meant to be at work.
You're booked in like a 6-man later. It's about an hour away, man. You got to get in here. But he hasn't appeared on Raw or SmackDown or anything since Mania, and he's still listed under the gimmick of Slapjack. He did work a dark match on the June 25th SmackDown with Karrion Kross, and he worked a dark match battle royale on July 16th. But yeah, it's just quietly been languishing. Maybe they want to repackage him. Maybe they want to give it a bit of time and have him come back to SmackDown. But it's
very WWE to not tell their wrestlers what they're doing. We've heard stories before where Matt Hardy, when he started his thing with Bray Wyatt, he was told by Bray Wyatt a couple of hours before they did the first promos for that. I mean, this is very WWE to just, we'll put him there and he'll figure it out eventually.
I know, it's just one of those things where, especially, this is just a bad look for the company when it comes to Shane Thorne here, because obviously Retribution was something everybody was a bit like, really? You want to put all these really talented people under masks and give them silly names? And then after that kind of just didn't go as well as they'd hoped, then they just shuffle him quietly to a brand and don't use him. And it's like, okay, right, please have something in mind. Please have something in mind.
Yeah. Get him on TV because he's a good wrestler. He's a good performer.
And if you're not going to use him, send him back to NXT because he was great for a while in NXT before he got called up and they put a hockey mask on him. But yeah, Next up, we have a gargantuan, I think that's the only word we can use to describe it, match set for SummerSlam 2021. Roman Reigns versus John Cena, after utterly insane layers upon layers of setup, was signed officially last night on SmackDown. I've not seen it yet, but Mitch, you have. What went down, mate?
It is the most convoluted way to get to a big money match I've ever seen. So very, very, very WWE. So heading into last night's SmackDown, WWE had advertised we were going to see a huge SummerSlam contract signing between Roman Reigns and Finn Balor. Yeah, we'll get there.
Right, that was kind of getting there. It was kind of getting established, and everybody was a bit like, not where I thought you were going to go, but okay.
Yeah, we'll see where this leads. Yeah. So then the show opens with John Cena doing his traditional John Cena-esque promo. Roman is ducking me, etc, etc, etc. Get into the contract signing. In the ring, Roman starts talking about, hey, to Balor, you see John's promo there? He thinks he's better than you. Come on, Finn, what's going on? Anyway, we get to the actual signing the contract. Yeah. Reigns says to Balor, if you lose this match, you have to go back to NXT. So everyone's starting to think, oh, they're really running with this. Okay. Balor says he's fine with that. Just as he goes to sign the contract, Baron Corbin, who's looking worse for wear these days.
I'm all for Baron Corbin's current run. I love it. I think it's great.
He looks fun. It's incredible. Corbin comes out of nowhere, throws Balor out of the ring, gives him a beating. And then it looks like Corbin's going to sign the contract.
Well, a man's got to eat, Mitch. A man's got to eat.
If you've lost your fortune, what way to get it back than main eventing SummerSlam in Las Vegas? What a man. So he stood there, contract in hand. He's about to create the opportunity for himself. And then John Cena pegs it down to the ring, throws Corbin into the corner, gives it like this really very Cena-esque, takes his time with it. Oh, am I going to sign? Am I going to sign? Big blue Sharpie. And then sign. But Sam, if you've got to see the way he signs it, it's like watching a 4-year-old write their surname. It's It's incredible. Gives the contract to Adam Pearce even. I'm so excited. Pearce and Sonya Deville in the ring. Contract is signed. Backstage, Paul Heyman says to them, good TV, but it wasn't Finn's contract. That's not a legal contract. And Pearce says, there's 2 names on there. Let's have the match. And that's kind of where it came from. And if I'm Finn Balor...
Oh my God.
If you're Finn Balor,
we've got a match we all wanted out of it, haven't we? So
it's an incredible... we all wanted to see the match. It just feels very convoluted and very, okay, why have we included Balor in this just to then throw him? Yeah. But I'm looking forward to the match. It'll be big. It'll be fun.
That's it. And, we've kind of been wanting this one for quite some time. And, we all know where it's probably going to end, but it's still going to be a hell of a showdown. So can't wait for SummerSlam. I think it's shaping up to be a very nice event. But finally, we're going to move on to another name that maybe is going to make people boo at their screens right now. Multiple names have been announced for the August 2nd Raw. So apparently WWE have announced that Goldberg will be at the show to address Bobby Lashley after the WWE Champion turned down his challenge on the July 19th show. But also Riddle versus Raw Tag Team Champion Omos has also been set for the show, with Randy Orton reported to be returning after over a month away. Does this set up their tag title showdown?
I think so. I think that you can see the angle being that Omos beats Riddle, AJ gets involved. They're doing the whole 2-on-1 beatdown, and then I hear voice, and it all goes from there. And you know what? I'm looking forward to that. That should be a fun tag team match.
Yeah, I was not expecting them to work so well as a tag team at all, and it's just kind of beautifully, magically fallen into place. So
it shouldn't work, but it does, and it's magical. It's absolutely magical. And as you say, Goldberg's coming back in as well, and that'll be a thing.
Yeah, well, hopefully it goes. Goldberg takes the belt from Bobby. Big E takes the belt from Goldberg. That's what we all want.
I can get my head around that. That'll be good fun.
I think that's a nice logical progression there. But with that has been our second news video of the day. Mitch, I'm going to hand over to you again. Mitch, our wonderful editor-in-chief over at Cultaholic.com. Have you got anything else you'd like the people to check out there at home?
Well, I mentioned Jack's wonderful features in the last video, so please do go and check them out. Justin Henry writes some fantastic stuff for us as well on a Monday. I just want to say a big thank you to the Cultaholic fans, because I've been with the company 6 months this weekend.
6 months,
and you've all been
man.
I know, where's it gone? And you've all been so welcoming, and you know, you've all gone to the website and clicked on what we're producing, and from everything that the numbers are telling us, I won't bore you with boring stuff, boring business stuff, but you guys seem to be enjoying it. So thank you so much for being so welcoming and enjoying what we're doing.
Thank you all, honestly. Everybody who watches a video or clicks on the site, we couldn't do any of this without you. So yes, from us to you, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of your time off. It might be a bit rainy where you are. Maybe put a film on, have a nice coffee or something, and just, I don't know, eat a croissant, and you'll be all right. It'll all be fine.
Get absolutely lashed. Get hammered.
Right, we will catch you next time. We may be back with a video later if there's more news. We'll keep you posted, of course. You know the crack.
You know the deal.
See you later.
See you later, guys.